Hello. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Playing with Lindsey Stirling, or Practicing with Lindsey Stirling. It's a little chilly in here. I'm joined not only by all of you lovely people, but I'm joined by Lindsey Fishman. Say hello, Lindsey.
Hello.
And of course, I'm pretty sure she's under here. Oh, we got Luna. She loves burrowing. This will make me sound like a horrible person, but the amount of times I have sat on Luna, I can't even count. Because she'll just be under a little blanket like this on the couch or like under my bed sheets. And so I don't see her because she's half under the pillows. And anyways, the amount of times I've like almost sat on her and been like, oh my gosh, Luna. Anyways. Whew. All right. So warm up these hands, and then I say, let's go for it. Okay, my OCD. Let's see, I'm gonna just center this a little bit more. There we go. That's a little better. That's a little better. Okay. So yeah, I guess we'll start with some warm-ups today. I thought I'd warm up with some scales. Fun, I know, but scales are a fantastic way to warm up. It's also a fantastic way to practice hand positioning, and it's a fantastic way to practice intonation and shifting, and bow control. So you get a lot out of scales. So anyways, for any of our violinists out there, oh, I see some questions. Sterlingite Edits, please tell us when tour will be confirmed. Guess what? I will have an announcement on Monday about tour. I can't tell you what, but an announcement is coming on Monday. So I'm going to be doing another violin practicing stream on Monday morning, my time. And then I will have live updates for you of tour for the US. So anyways, stay tuned, everybody. I am so excited. I literally can't wait. I'm starting to get excited. I'm starting to plan. I'm starting to scheme all the things. Okay. So anyways, that's coming. Stay tuned. Be here on Monday to hear the live announcements. And now let's start with some scales. So, anyways, for anyone who's here for the first time, this is me practicing. I'm not prepared. Today I did just play it a little bit, but normally I'm not warmed up at all. So yeah, I can just come here and show you kind of how I start my practice, and then I'll just start taking requests. So it's kind of like a little bit of practicing and then a lot of just playing the violin. So that's what I do. So join me as I practice. Something tells me Lindsey is a master at scheming, says Alone in the Corner. And Alone in the Corner, you are correct. I would say Lindsey and Lindsey, we are pro schemers.
We get into a lot of trouble together. We
do. And when we're together, it's like either genius or it's bad. You guys saw the video. Usually it's a little bit of both. And if it's bad, it's just because the rest of the world wasn't prepared for it.
We handle fire very well.
Yeah, if you guys remember the video where I have the umbrella and I have a, what was it?
It was a smoke bomb.
Smoke bomb. Yeah. I have a smoke bomb that we had taped to the inside lining of an umbrella.
That was a dumb idea.
It was a ridiculous idea. But the funny thing is, it was a ridiculous idea I had thought about for months. I had the idea a month before and was like, this is going to be freaking awesome. And I told Lindsey and she's like, this is going to be freaking awesome.
Oh, I didn't doubt it for a second.
Yeah, you're like, this is genius. And the guys didn't believe it. And so what did we do?
You're going to blow yourselves up.
We were like, no, we're not. And so we filmed that video as evidence to practice it and prove to them that it would work. And then it caught on fire. And I'm like, and we sent it to them anyway because they love nothing more than making fun of us.
Oh, they love watching us suffer.
They love watching us suffer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the funny thing was we were at an Airbnb when we did that. And I burnt their turf. And so then I had to pay to replace their turf grass. Oops. I know. I called my managers and was like, you have to hit up the Airbnb people. I might have melted their grass. How did you melt their grass?
Don't worry about it.
They're just like, yeah, don't even tell us. We'd rather not know. Okay. So anyways, good morning, everybody in the chat. Okay. On that note, thank you for, I'm very what's not offended? No, I'm very flattered that you would call me a master schemer. Why does that make me so happy? I don't know, but it does. Ooh, my hands are cold. Okay, so now I'm going to start with some scales. Like I said, scales are great for intonation, hand positioning, shifting, bow control, tone. They're good for everything. Sorry, my hands are so cold. Okay, we're going to start with the lowest scale, a G. Why am I struggling? To practice scales slowly so you can really have time to think about every note and make sure it's really in tune. It's also important to fix it. Like, don't play through mistakes on a scale. It's important that you hit the notes in tune. So stop and replay them. Stop, replay them until you get it right. It's good to do arpeggios. Arpeggios are so good. I feel like violinists can thrive on arpeggios. So it's really important to practice those. They help me a lot being a good improviser because I'm good at just like knowing the arpeggio. So then you can end up doing stuff like that song. A lot of my songs are built on arpeggio patterns. So it's a good thing to practice those arpeggios for writing purposes, for improvisation, so that when you're playing a song, you just automatically kind of are like, oh, this is in the key of D. Like you hear it and then you can just start to like be like, you start to like just know the notes that work with it. Arpeggios are every 3 notes. Your minor scale, which is where you oh gosh, I can't even remember oh my gosh, my theory, but it's the same, starting on the same note, but it's basically a different key because there's different sharps and flats. So instead of oh my gosh, an anonymous gifter just gave out a ton of subs, so thank you so much, whoever the anonymous gifter is. How many did they give out?
Let me see.
I don't know. That's a lot. Thank you. That is so generous.
20.
20. Oh my gosh. Guys, makes me so happy. By the way, all the money that goes into this Twitch, all the profits go to the Upside Fund, which is my charity that goes right back to you guys. It goes right back to the fans, mostly specifically for people who are just going through a really hard time and need help. Usually we focus on people who have medical bill needs, and we help them pay their house bills, their medical bills, whatever it may be. Especially we do a huge giving every year at Christmas for families. So anyways, if you need help, you can reach out to the Upside Fund. And if you want to donate, you can donate to the Upside Fund. It's a wonderful place because fans can give, fans can receive, and I make up the difference. So, but this is a place where just all the money here goes to that. So if you donate, if you buy subs, anything like that goes to the Upside Fund. Okay, so back to minor scales. So a major scales, minor, that the third note is a flat, a half step lower. gifted a bunch of subs. Thank you so much. Thank you. That was all on the G string. It was G minor, it was G major, and then a G major arpeggio, G minor arpeggio. I'm gonna do just a few more to keep warming up because I'm still getting warm, as you could tell, because I'm making a lot of mistakes. Oh, well, thank you, Italia. She says, I've never had music speak so much to me without words as when you play. Thank you. All right, don't worry. I will be taking request tunes. And also, like, type some questions in the chat as well, because Lindsay's writing down questions for me that she sees so that I don't miss them, because sometimes while I'm playing, I get in the zone. But yeah, you can write down requests that you want to hear, and you can ask questions. Did I go to violin for, or did I go to college for the violin? Asks Origins. No, I did not. I was about to. I was about to go to college to study music, and then I ended up realizing that I was afraid it would burn me out, and I kind of had lost my passion, and I was like, oh, I don't want to study something if I'm not passionate enough about it anymore. So that's why I started to write music, and I started to have fun. I didn't want to quit, so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to quit if I don't learn to make this enjoyable for myself. And so that's why I ended up studying film, and then I just decided to make the violin fun, and I started playing in bands, I started writing, and that's how I got to where I'm at today. Okay, so now we're going to do an A. You can, I'm going to skip A flat just because I feel like it. We can literally just crawl all the way up the violin in half steps, doing major, arpeggio, minor, arpeggio. So now we're going to do A. Shift for me. This one right in the middle of any arpeggio is the hardest shift for me. Going down. You can see it's just a jump. You just start to learn where it is. But as you can see, look. So specific to like the tiniest even lean forward will make it out of tune. So even the angle of your hand makes a difference. So to like jump around the violin actually takes a lot of precision, because like the tiniest difference. And here we are just like jumping to. So. Okay, just a few more scales. I'm sorry, this is probably really boring for you guys. Then I'll be taking requests and playing songs soon. Also, you shouldn't do vibrato on scales. Don't be like me, like I just did. Don't do vibrato, because it kind of masks the intonation, and scales are all about intonation. All right, I am going to open today with, let's see, what should I play? Maybe I'll play The Arena. I'm going to start with The Arena. I'm feeling dramatic today. This song was inspired by the book that we just read in book club. It's called Daring Greatly. If you did not join us for book club, then you should read it. It's a great book. I feel like it changed my life, and I love it, and it's amazing. So yeah, I'm going to start The Arena. This is about not listening to the critics, because in life there are always going to be people that try to make you feel small. There's always going to be people that tell you you're not good enough, that you're not strong enough, that you're not smart enough, and sometimes they're not even trying to be mean. Sometimes this comes from people that love you and are even trying to help. But you have to remember that no matter if it's coming from people who are trying to tear you down or people that are just scared for you, the only opinions that actually matter are the ones from the person in the arena, the person who's trying, the person, there's this amazing quote by Theodore Roosevelt. He's like, the only critic that counts is the one who's in the arena, fighting the fight, falling down, getting muddy, getting scraped up, but getting up again and again. That person is the only one who has a say. You cannot listen to the person who's just sitting in the stands and watching, because they do not know what it feels like to be in that arena, and they do not know what's in your heart. They don't know how much courage and how much strength you have. So this song is about getting up over and over and over again in that arena and dusting yourself off. Actually, this might be kind of interesting. I wrote this song knowing that this is what it was about. And so I want to go with, I'm going to pause throughout the song and I'm going to explain to you what each section was written for and what it meant. Does that sound kind of cool? I think that would be cool. So I'm going to keep stopping, and you guys are like, play the freaking violin, please. I'm going to keep stopping because I'm going to tell you what I wanted it to feel like. So the beginning, I wanted it to take us right into the arena. And as you saw in the music video of me and Derek, it starts out with us just like stepping into the arena and then dancing, and all these people are watching us. And so, yeah, I told the producers that this was what the song was about. I read them the quote by Theodore Roosevelt, and then I was like, let's start in the arena. So you hear those big drums in the production. It's like, because I wanted it to be like this big, I was imagining this guy like pounding on those big drums. And in the music video, we got that. So it starts with that, and then you hear, it to feel like that moment when maybe you fall down, or maybe you start to look around. And in the music video, I start to look around and I see all the people staring at me, and they look pretty judgy, and that's why we put that in the music video. But to think, I want you guys to know that I wrote the song with that intention. I wanted this to feel like that moment when you doubt yourself. Like, sometimes we start on a journey and we may be excited at the beginning, we may be energized, but then you start to like be like, actually, I'm not that good at this. Actually, I'm not making as much progress as I want. Actually, they're making fun of me. I don't think they like it. Oh, so-and-so tells me that I should stop. Like, you know, you start to like hear the voices of other people. You start to hear the voice in yourself and be afraid. And so this is that moment of self-doubt. Gaining a little hope, so we go up the octave. So that's like gaining hope. By the way, if you're ever writing music, a great way to like, one, up anticipation, a great way to build energy, and a great way to make it feel a little more hopeful. Like the simplest trick in the book, go up an octave. See, it started. A little run. So it's pretty much the same melody. I just switched it up slightly. And then so after that kind of like build of like doubt through like, no, I got this, hopefulness, then it goes into, okay, now we're really going to punch it in the arena. Now you're going to get up and you're going to start fighting again. So this is when Derek and I like really went to town and we started dancing and did that crazy lit jump where he like pulled me off the ground and I like flew with my hands backwards. And anyways, so this is where like you really start going at it and you're like, I'm going to give it my all. Okay. The next part, it goes back into kind of an intense, it goes back into the verse. And I have learned that in any journey, they're full of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So this takes us back into the arena in that spot where you're like, okay, like I had this really victorious, like powerful moment, and now I'm just like back in the game fighting, or like doing my thing. So it takes us right back in the arena. You hear the drums again. Boof, boof. I mean, we've been in the arena, but it takes us back from that state of like victory into that state of like, okay, now I've got to progress. There it is. Wow. And one thing I would say writing second verses is my favorite part of usually most songs. And here's why, is because when you're writing lyrics, when you go into the second verse, you write usually the exact same melody and you just write new words. Being a violinist, I'm like, I don't want to just play the exact same thing because I didn't get words. I don't have words to make it different. So I get to take a melody that I've already established and that has already kind of been listened to, and then I get to embellish it. So instead of which is the first verse, second verse, I was like, okay, so how do I make this a little bit amped up? And for me, that was, instead of, it was a little trill, and then a little run down, and then a walk up. Ooh. Instead of in the other one, it was just, I just add little things, like in the second verse, instead of, it goes, you know what I mean? So I just like add little things, and I love it. I love making second verses because I get to take a melody that I've already decided I loved and then amp it up. Okay, so now I'm just going to play it for you and stop talking. In that moment of doubt. And also in the movie of the song, which is AKA called a music video, everybody. But I wanted there to be like several different ways of representing vulnerability. Derek and I represented kind of a relationship of vulnerability. One of the biggest ways that men feel vulnerability is in their masculinity and feeling like they have to be tough. And so to represent male like vulnerability in this song, I had 2 guys that were these like really cool fighters. And then this part, I had a mother and a daughter, because the way that women feel the most shame is around 2 things. It's around our bodies and it's around motherhood. Either the lack thereof of having kids or having kids and feeling like you're not enough. So I took kind of the core biggest ways that men and women and people, relationships feel vulnerable, and I personified them through this music video. So in this part, to represent the this moment of self-doubt. I had a mother trying to protect her daughter. You know, she's in the arena and there's all these people around her and she's doing her best to protect her daughter from, you know, these people that are trying to lash out at her child. So anyways, that was the intent behind this part. But yeah, this is the self-doubt section again, and I did that through a mother-daughter relationship. Then back in the arena, fighting for your life, fighting for your talent. The bridge is a moment to like calm down, you know, especially in an amped up song like this. A lot of times the bridge kind of gives you a little bit of a breath of fresh air, but because the pre-chorus was so calming in this one, I thought, what else could I do? And I decided to amp it up even more because I was thinking about it. What is where does the hardest criticism come from? You know, it's not always from outside of ourselves. It's not always from the stands. A lot of times it's from inside ourselves. So this part's the most amped up part of the song, the most like aggressively played. And this is supposed to represent how like after you cut out the voices of the critics and you try to like trust yourself, you realize that the biggest self-doubt lies in here and you have to face that. And so this part in the music video, all of a sudden like we all felt attacked by the audience and then we all of a sudden open our eyes and there's nobody in the stands anymore. The stands are suddenly empty and we see ourselves. All of the characters in the music video saw themselves sitting in the stands and staring at themselves and judging themselves. And they have to then face that. And so that's a big thing that, you know, so anyways, that's why the bridge is so intense, is because it represents that self-judgment that kind of gets uncovered when we realize the only reason that we believe what anybody in the stands is saying is because a lot of times we believe it about ourselves. So deep, I know. Section was kind of that moment of like, I got this, like self-kindness moment, and then we go back into fighting. So all of our peeps can join us if they see it. Okay, real quick. Join me for my post. Let's see. I can do this. I'm an adult. Oh. Okay. Howdy, hey, good morning, everybody. I am streaming live right now, doing a practicing live stream. So say hi, everybody. They all just said hi in the chat. But swipe up to join us, if you will. It's fun. Twitch time, practice with Lindsey. Linz, would you finish that and post it with the swipe up link? Thank you. Don't want to waste all your time. Okay. I see there's some questions here. Anyways, that was kind of fun. I've never walked anybody through the process of a song like that. So that was kind of fun, kind of cool. Oh, let's see. We got some questions here. If you had the opportunity to record a song with any musician, artist, no matter they are currently dead or alive, who would you choose? You know what? That's such a hard question. This is from Jose 19. So if I had the opportunity to record a song with any musician, who would it be? You know what? That would be, I mean, I feel like my answer sometimes changes to this. Like, I would love to do something with John Williams so much. I love John Williams. So he would probably be one of my top choices. I would want to like score if I could go back in time, I would want to score Harry Potter with John Williams, you know, or the next Harry Potter, like whatever the next fantasy movie is. And then I think also to make a really funky dance beat with like Michael Jackson, or you guys know I love Pink. Those are some of my top ones. Arlie Ammon, what song do you like to play to feel happier during this hard time? I like to, you know, sometimes people talk about free writing when you just like take a pencil into your journal and you just write and you just let yourself write. Sometimes I like to just free play. Like I just like to play my violin with no agenda, not worrying about what the notes are and where they're supposed to go, but just let myself play. And sometimes that's it's very freeing to me. How could I start playing the violin again after taking a long break? Bryce Andrew. You know, you can just start playing. You know, I would definitely, if you can, I would bring on a teacher to help you because it's very discouraging at the beginning. And they're all good?
Okay.
Thank you.
I've never done that before.
Oh, nice. Figured it. Smarty pants. But yeah, I would say it's really helpful to have a teacher of some kind, and so just so you can like at least get on top of it, I would definitely say get a teacher if you can. But also it just takes time. Like sometimes I'll take little breaks from the violin, not, you know, just when I'm like after a tour or when I'm just exhausted or a little burnt out. I think sometimes it's okay to be like, I need to take a little step back, you know, and not practice as much, or that can be healthy. So I've definitely have times where I'm like, oh gosh, I gotta get back in shape. Like my hands might, like I sound horrible, but you just gotta get past that hump of being like, I suck, and you'll get over it. Okay, so let's do a couple. Master of Tides, you know, okay, I will say, you guys, that's a fan favorite that really shocked me. I remember when that was the last song to make it on the Shatter Me album. Like, I almost didn't put it on the album. It was the very last cut. Isn't that funny? And it's like a fan favorite. And I don't know if it's because, let me know, you guys, is it because you like the music video or is it because you just really like the song? I'm curious to see. Love Master of Tides. Oh my gosh, Thomas Caltus gifted a ton of subs. Thank you. Thank you. You're the best, Thomas. Oh, I Wonder As I Wander. Okay, I like I Wonder As I Wander. I'll do that one. Music to meditate to would be dope. Okay. You know, it's funny. I started writing music for meditation and I stopped because I was so bored. Right? I mean, imagine writing meditation music. I was literally I did it once. I did it for the Calm app. And I wrote one song, and I remember we literally fell asleep in the session. Like, when we listened back to it at one point, we're like, I think it worked. Like, I think it's a good song for meditation. But, yeah, so... but since I thought, I'll make an EP of meditation music. And after doing, like, 3 songs of it that weren't very good, I was going to rewrite them anyway. I was like, I'm so bored. But I might try it again because I really love the idea. Okay, now we're gonna play Master of Tides. Thanks for being here, by the way, everybody. Love you. Good morning. By the way, if you subscribe, you guys, you not only get these cute little emojis. See, look, there's one right there from Melina K. But yeah, these cute little Lindsey emojis that were made by one of my fans, Helen Butcher. But also you get access to the subs only part of the Discord, and I go there every week and I answer all the questions. I just did it last night. Sorry, I had a brief stint where I didn't come there for like a week, and I'm so sorry, but I answered all your questions last night. But yeah, I go on the subs only Discord and I answer all the questions. So that's a fun way to interact with you guys. Also, you can subscribe through Amazon Prime to one channel. That's right. So make me your Amazon Prime subscription, and then it's free. Also, a great thing, again, is that all of the proceeds from this channel of my Twitch, all the money that you donate or that you give through your subs, it all goes to my charity, the Upside Fund. And I promise you that not a dime of that money goes to me. Like I fund, I fund the Upside Fund, and I make up the difference of whatever we don't make, you know, to give to people who are in need. So I promise you, not a dime of it is going to overhead costs to pay anybody. It all literally goes directly to helping other people who are going through medical crisis or just have needs. So anyways, that's something that is very near and dear to my heart. So yeah, through subscribing here, you're actually helping other people. So anyways, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I think right now I'm going to play Master of Tags. I'm too slow. Again, that's an example of a really fun second verse. Actually, that's a funny one because one of the nice things about being an instrumentalist is there's kind of no rules. So that was a second verse that actually sounds nothing like the first verse, but it was just so fun that I had to put it in. Then the second half of the verse goes right back to kind of like what you know. But like the first verse is... The second verse is... Then we come back to the melody. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember that part. so funny. I remember that part being in the studio, and the producer I was writing with was like, can you just make a crazy violin line that makes absolutely no sense to lead into the bridge? He's like, just like make the notes like all over the place. And that's what I came up with was... Literally makes no sense, but I was like, that's a fun idea. Why not? Let's do it. Yes. Ooh, I see some people saying they want to see this on the Artemis US tour, which again, guys, on Monday, I will have updates. I will have answers. I will have dates. I will have all the deets. Can't tell you yet, but, Lindsay's giving me a look.
I mean, how do we even know what's happening?
Yeah, I have no idea what's happening. I don't know anything. But on Monday I will, and so will you. I'm the worst. Why do they tell me things? They shouldn't tell me anything.
No.
Like, they know that I go on stream and talk to my fans and that my mouth just moves. Like, things come out. So, anyways, a lot of you are saying you still have your tickets. See, it doesn't even matter. They still have their tickets. Good thing you kept them, because on Monday we'll be announcing what's happening. I'm so excited.
Maybe you should just keep playing the violin.
Maybe I should. Maybe I should just stop talking. My managers are going to just be like, you have to put duct tape over your mouth when you do your streams so you just play. Because that's why people come anyway. But no, you guys come because you're my friends and you like to talk with me, don't you? And I saw someone earlier say that they enjoyed that they could see me smiling because I'm looking at the comments, and it's true. I am watching your comments as I play. That's probably why one of the reasons I mess up so much is because I'm like reading your comments as I'm playing, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I don't really remember this song. I need to collab with Skillet. Why not? Okay, multitasking. Yes, exactly. Also, I love that. I think Mamo Cyclops or whatever, I think it was you that said you knew the exact tempo BPM of Bastard Chides. You're like, it's 128. I thought that was funny. Can you play Flight of the Bumblebee next time? I do not know Flight of the Bumblebee. And that is not one I'm going to learn on the spot. Can I recommend using a Baroque bow, says DC Susie Snowboards. Yeah, a Baroque bow. Oh, are you talking about the classical violin bow? Yeah, this one's obviously carbon fiber. Carbon fiber. I can talk. I can use words. Words are hard, but I can do it. Carbon fiber. So this one's a little heavier. I actually need to get new bows. Mine are all they've all kind of been worn out, so I need to get some new ones. But I will ask about a Baroque bow. Okay. Lindsay, you should meet Tom Holland. Yeah, he could be like my little brother. He could be like my nephew. He seems like a delightful guy. He's like the age that I would have babysat him, you know.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like 25 or something.
Gosh.
Yeah. Like the kids I babysat are now married with like children.
Gosh, don't say that.
No, I'm serious. It's crazy. Anyways. How many songs have you written while being on tour? Honestly, I think I've only written one on tour, and it was out of necessity. I've written covers on tour, but as far as original music, I don't write well when I'm not like making myself write. Some people, they just write all the time. A lot of artists I know write on tour because they get inspired. I don't. I do other things on tour. For some reason, it's really hard for me. But now that I've learned more about Logic and software, I think I might. I'm a little more confident in that area. I think I was always too, scared before. Okay, sorry, I've literally only played 2 songs, and we've been here for 45 minutes. What a fail. What a fail. Okay, I promise. Let's get to this. Maybe I should put duct tape over my mouth. What DAW do you use? I use Logic. Okay. Guys, I've seen it in the comments a little bit. Zane was mentioning this earlier, but because Roundtable Rival hit 300 million views yesterday. That's right. It's my most watched video, which I love because it's also, like, it's nice when your favorite, like, that's one of my favorite videos. And so it's nice that that's the one that is my biggest video. 300 million views. I just want to say thank you so much for playing that one. I can't believe that it still gets more views every day than any of my other videos, like, consistently for years. So, so cool. 300 million. We're going to celebrate by me playing Roundtable Rival. Actually, actually, and I think it's fun doing the medley. So I'm gonna go from Round Table Rival into Don't Let This Feeling Fade, which is a really fun song that I am sad I need to make a music video for someday. That's what Lecrae says. So, fun fact about that, because I saw a lot of people in the comments being like, oh, I've never heard this one before. That song, and I saw another person in the comments, like I said, I'm watching you guys, I'm watching. I think it was Mama Cyclops Tyler that was saying, he's like, I've never heard this before. Wow, you must be quite the musician. You keep calling out very musical terms. I wonder, will you ever compose a song in B flat minor? No, I will not. Sorry, there's certain keys that are just awful for the violin. Lose You Now actually is one of them, but because I loved the song so much, I was willing to do it. But there's certain songs that are just like violinists like run from the key of those, and I think B flat minor is one of them. Oh yeah, that's bad. Also there's also somebody in the comments that said that Don't Let This Feeling Fade is one of the most underrated songs that I have, and I agree. I love that song, and I always meant to make a music video for it, and I just never got to, so maybe I'll go back and do it. Because also, guys, Rivers Cuomo from Weezer sings on that song. That melody, that's actually Rivers singing there. Oh, I don't know if you guys understand. I love Weezer. If you ever have a chance to go to a Weezer concert, you should definitely go. So good. So yeah, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, it's a really fun song. And also, I was gonna say Lecrae is a rapper. He raps on it, so kind of cool. All right, I'm gonna play I Wonder As I Wander. This is my favorite cover I have ever done. This is a cover of an old Celtic Christmas song. But it's like a hymn. It's very sweet. I've only ever heard it done in like a I wonder as I wander out under the sky. You know, it's very like calming and soothing. How Jesus, my Savior, did come forth to die. And so I wanted to take that. I mean, I start with that, but I wanted to make it super dark. Instead of like kind of sweet, I wanted to make it dark. And I wanted it to be like super intense. And so this little Celtic song ends up it's on my Christmas album. It ends up being massive. And we used to end my Christmas tour with it. And people would just be like, you know, they've been listening to like, you know, rocking around the Christmas tree. And they're like, oh my gosh. Like their faces melted off and I love it. So anyways, here's I Wonder as I Wander. I'm like, what key is it in? Okay, here we go. I Wonder as I Wander. Maybe I could even start by singing it because I just did, but now I'm in the right key. I wonder as I wander. Oh, I wish it was lower. Out under the sky. How Jesus, my Savior, did come forth to die. For poor ornery people like you and like I wonder as I wander out under the sky. Ooh, this would always make me so nervous on tour because it'd be at the very end of a long show. I'm exhausted and I'd get up there and I'd be, I wonder as I wander. And Lindsey's behind me just like, don't fall over.
Waiting to catch you.
Don't faint. Because I'd always be like going up there. Meanwhile, she's like giving me water and like we'd spray this like this like coating spray for your vocal cords because my throat would be so dry from doing a whole show. And so she'd spray that in there. We'd like put this hat on my head and then I'd like walk onto the, and I'd walk onto the stage like half blind because I'd have this thing over my eyes. The costume covered my eyes.
You have to go under the video wall with that thing on your head.
It was a lot. It was a mess. Also, it was in that very heavy dress.
Yeah.
So it was like, literally, I'm wearing this thing that has a screen over my face. It's dark as can be back there because the audience isn't supposed to see me get on the stage. So it's dark. I'm climbing up a ladder in the dark. I have to like crawl under the video wall. I'm wearing a headdress that covers my eyes and a really big dress that's extremely heavy because it was a dress that transformed from a black dress into a white dress. So I'm basically wearing two dresses.
We have great ideas in theory, but then in practice, I feel like we usually regret things.
In practicality, we regret them because they're not practical. But I mean, I think for anyone in the audience, it's a pretty magical moment.
Yeah.
But it's just funny because you guys have no idea sometimes, like the amount of like that's happening backstage as I'm like literally I want like changing and then like crawling onto the stage and then being like, I wonder as I wander out under the sky, how Jesus, my Savior, did come forth to die. There we go, feeling a little better. For putting me in that space made me sing better.
Yeah.
It like put me in the headspace of it. For poor ornery people like you and like I wonder as I wander. Woo. Out under the sky. All right, and then it goes. It's an EDM track. Wow. voice. It's my voice, but it's, anyways. Here we go, pentatonics. I am practically the same as you guys. We're practically on the same page. And then after the whole number on stage, I then had to go back to the microphone and be like really quickly like, I wonder as I wander out under the sky. I'm like, more reverb, Rob. That Jesus, my Savior, did come forth to die for poor ornery people like you and like I wonder as I wander out under the sky. And at that point I'd be like, oh, I made it. Oh, singing moments like terrify me in the show. I remember I put 3 songs on my Christmas album that I sang on, and it was great. I recorded them in the studio, it felt fine, and then we were preparing for the tour, and I was like, what the heck was I thinking? I have to do these on stage. Oh. And especially because some of them are a little too high for me. Like, I recorded them in the studio, and I was like, I can hit that if I try it 20 times, but then when you're on stage, you get one shot. You get one shot. And I was like, oh dear. So I would take vocal lessons from my keyboard player, usually every day. We'd do warm-ups after meet and greet together on stage, and we'd practice, which was great. Really helped me a lot. I should keep doing that so that, you know, when I go back on tour, I'll be ready to do this. I saw a couple questions in there. Someone was asking about this bow. This is a carbon fiber red bow. It was actually made by Steve Sharp Nelson. Well, not made by him. It was designed by the piano guys. See, the cellist and the piano guys made his own bow line. So I'm pretty sure you can check that out on their website. This is, and they named them all. This is Ziggy. And yeah, it's a little heavier than a normal bow, but I really like it. It's been really durable, so it's a really great bow. And anyways, ooh, Alexander Jean Stampede. Okay, that's a fun one to play. My Lord of the Rings medley. Okay, another question that was asked. I saw a lot of people for some reason while I was playing that song were like, "Oh my gosh, Lindsey's on Twitch!" So thank you for being here. I'm glad that we just found each other on here. Welcome. I hope you stick around. I've really enjoyed being on Twitch the last few, probably the last 2 months is when I really started to like do this. And I love it. And it's something I'm definitely going to continue doing. It's something I'm excited to do, like, you know, once we hit the road again, bring you guys backstage with me. So anyways, stick around. Again, if you subscribe, you get to skip the ads, which is great. And I'm sorry about the ads. I can't control that. They just happen. It's part of Twitch. Let's see. What about also you get these cute little emojis. Guys, put your emojis out. They're little cute Lindsey cartoon emojis. There they are. And also you get to be a part of the subs only section of the Discord, which I go on there every week and I answer all the questions. So please, you guys, also you can join the Discord. Anyone can join the regular Discord. So if you type an exclamation Discord into the chat, then you can go on the Discord and join it and be a part of it. It's really fun. It's a good community there. It's a very kind community, and I really appreciate how kind and supportive you guys are to everybody, because I see that. All right. So now I'm going to, I see a fun request for the first time in forever. I love Frozen. Love Disney. That seems like a good K. I love so many Avril songs. Let's see. Also, by the way, guys, we've got Miss Luna right here. Luna's just hanging out. Oh, I'm sorry. She's like, I'm cold. Oh, look at how cute. She always sticks out her tongue. It's just sticking out right there. Okay, thanks, Luna. All right. Okay, so that was fun. I love Avril. Avril was actually like my girl back in the day. I wanted to be Avril. So, okay, I'm going to play First Light. I see a lot of requests for First Light. It might just be one person that's requesting over and over again, so this is for you if that's the case. This song, actually, I should tell you real quick, is written about, I wanted to write a song as if it was the moon singing a lullaby to us. It's like looking down on us and singing and comforting us. And when I wrote the Artemis album, one of the things, and even the Artemis comic book, which, by the way, should be available on Friday. I know I keep saying that it's like almost done, but it's actually done now. It's been done for a week, and they've just been printing it. So Friday, it should be available. Let's see. Okay, so this is the song about the moon's lullaby. And I love the idea that the moon goes in and out of shadow. You know, sometimes it's completely covered up in shadow, and if you didn't know any better, you'd think it wasn't there. And then sometimes it's bright, and it's glorious, and it can actually light up the night sky. And I like to think of myself that way. It's kind of helped me view mental health in a different way, of the fact that, you know, sometimes we go through hard times, and we may get, we may feel like we're covered up in shadow. But that doesn't mean that we are going to stay that way. It doesn't mean that we won't find happiness again. It doesn't mean that we won't be able to become healthier mentally. And so I like to think about that sometimes when I'm feeling really discouraged or depressed or down. I'm like, this isn't me. It's not that I've lost my light. I'm just covered up in shadow right now. And so this is the way, so that's what I think of when I look up at the moon. And so imagine the moon singing you this lullaby. right, we're gonna stop there because there's a lot happening, Luna. So, and also I keep seeing in the chat, you guys know my music better than I do because I apparently said the wrong name. That was not First Light, that was Between Twilight. Anyways, sorry. Is everything okay? Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't seen her. Yeah, she's been inside. Sorry, my roommate just got home. This is casual. Say hi to Laura, everybody. My roommate Laura's here. I just wanted to make sure everything was okay because I was like, yeah, no, it's all good. She should be upstairs.
Okay. I'll check.
All right. Okay. First Light. I love Tyler is just calling out every key. And I'm just like, I love it. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that was in C sharp. Like, I forget what key they're even in. I'm not the best with theory. I know it, but I'm not the best with it. So I love that. That smells good, Laura. By the way, some of you guys will remember Laura. She is my ballerina roommate. She's in the Santa Baby music video, and she taught me to do like point for that video. Yes, I know I was not a pro, but she made me look way better, and it was so funny. I posted a video on TikTok of me doing, just a little clip from that video, and I couldn't believe all the hate on my technique. I was like, hey, back off. I just did it for a music video. I'm not pretending to be a prima ballerina. I'm not trying out for the New York City Ballet Company. I just was trying to have fun. But it's kind of funny. Okay. What else was I gonna say? All right. I'll just keep taking requests. So I see Harry Potter in there. Have to play that one. So much. He's the man who wrote that. Okay, let's do, wow, I don't think I've been asked to play Crystallize on any of these yet, and I see Crystallize as a request. So that's funny because I feel like when the first 2 years of my career after Crystallize came out. That's all anyone wanted me to play. It was just Crystallize, play Crystallize again, play Crystallize. And although that was really cool and I love that, it kind of makes me excited that now I get a variety of requests. Like everybody seems to have different favorites, and I love that. So anyways, but yeah, let's play some Crystallize. This is the song that changed my life. For many of you who don't know, I was just a little YouTuber and I was trying to figure out how to make it, and I was making lots of little songs and YouTube videos, and they were getting seen a little bit, but then I posted Crystallize. And the funny thing about this song is that I almost gave up on this song. I was working on it, I didn't like it, and I threw it in the trash because I was like, this song is no good, and I couldn't think of any violin lines for it. And interestingly enough, I kept pulling it out of the trash on my computer because I was like, ugh, I had already paid for it. At this time, every time I'd work with a producer, I would pay him and then we'd make a song. And so I couldn't afford to throw away a song. Like I was a college student, I was trying to make it as a musician, and I was paying my tuition, I was paying my rent. Like I was barely making it. So it's like, I can't afford to waste the money that I paid for that song. And so I kept pulling it out of the trash, and I almost gave up on it. And yet that turned into the song that changed my life. Because when I posted it, I finally wrote it, finally found my melody, posted it on YouTube with the music video, and it exploded. It had 1 million views in one night. And back then I only had like 100,000 subscribers. So that was crazy. And I thought the internet was broken. And I remember in that moment sitting there staring at my computer and being like, I think my life just changed. I felt it. I knew that it had changed. I felt, and I was like, oh, remember in that moment I got down on my knees and I even said a prayer of gratitude and a prayer to Heavenly Father, just telling him that I would do my best to like be a good person through all this. I would do my best to help others and be kind and, and stay the way I was. And in turn I said, take me wherever you want me to go, and I will do my best to just be a good person and use what you've given me to help others. And so I try to evaluate my life by that promise that I made years ago to God, to be like, I hope I'm still keeping my end of the bargain, because God has really taken me some places that I never thought I would go. And also I share that story with you because I think it's important to remember that sometimes, right, we want to give up on ourselves, we want to give up on ideas, but you never know when your make or break moment is going to be. Like, I almost gave up on that song, and then that ended up being the song that changed my life. So, okay. There's something kind of special about that song, you know. I feel that one. Which is crazy because I've played that one more times than I've ever played probably any song in my life. Because yeah, I think I've played it in every single show I have ever done. I can't say that about any other song, and yet I still like feel something when I play that. I mean, like, you know, I get the real feels in my guts. Okay. I saw lots of comments. What were they? Well, one, I saw somebody gifting a ton of subs. So I want to go back and think. Do you know who the Titan? Thank you for gifting all those subs. I was playing and I was like, what? So kind of you. Love that. Yay! Love seeing gifted subs. Again, guys, all the money that comes from the subs and the donations goes straight towards the Upside Fund, which is my charity that goes towards helping people from our own community pay medical bills, or who are just going through really hard times. So if you are going through a hard time, you can reach out through my website to the Upside Fund, and you can, you know, ask for, you can ask us for what you need, and we'll give you as much as we can. Okay. Also, I played 2 verses. I was just gonna play 1 verse and 1 chorus, but I saw so many people like darn ads, and they missed the first verse. So I got you guys. I played a second. I played it a second time for you, a second chorus. And just so you know, if you do subscribe, which you can use Amazon Prime to subscribe for free, one channel, choose mine. But if you do subscribe, then you'll just automatically have the ads skipped for you. Thank you for not giving up on Crystallize, C. Bella. Right? She said, or you say, I'm not sure. She says, I wonder how many other gems are currently sitting in the trash. Set them free, Lindsay. Most of them are there for a very good reason, I think. But then again, things like Crystallize prove that sometimes I could be very wrong. Also, things like earlier I played Master of Tides, and I was saying that that song almost didn't make the album. It almost was it almost ended up being just a bonus track on the Target version. And I had no idea that would be a fan favorite. It was just one that I was like, let's just throw this on there. So that happened. Also, this most recent album, Dark Side, almost didn't make the album. And that seems to be a fan favorite. So, okay, I see a lot of people asking for Phantom, and that is just such a fun one to play. So I'm going to play Phantom of the Opera. Get ready, guys. I'm going to rock your socks off, because this song I wrote to be played with a rock band. Like, I wanted it to be like, almost like edging on metal, like heavy rock, Phantom of the Opera. Oh my gosh. There's a helicopter about to land on my house.
I was gonna say, that sounds like landing in your yard.
Yeah, it sounds very close.
Ooh.
I prefer not. Please avoid the hydrangea bushes.
You have to buy tickets for this?
Or subscribe. Sorry. Okay. Glad that Lindsay's here.
We're so cool.
We're so... Lindsay, you're so freaking cool.
You are too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, girl. Rock on. Okay. Everybody needs a friend like the Lindsays. You know, someone to just be like, yeah, you rock. You need that in your life. Also, again, shout out to the one, the only. Oh, where is she? Luna. Oh, that's my dog right there. That little butt. It's my dog. I love how she doesn't even budge. Like, poke her and she's just like...
This is normal life for Luna.
Yeah, this is Luna's life, right? Literally right here. Okay. Phantom of the Opera. Shame spiral as I sit here. Okay, here. Oh, someone says, "Here we go." No, don't. You guys don't tell me I was good. I was joking. Sometimes on tour though, I will practice my, like, as a joke. When Kit and I would do vocal warm-ups, we would jokingly get me into my opera voice because it would relax me and make me laugh, and so then it would help me sing better.
You're so good at it. The crew would be like, suddenly I'm recording and it's you.
I remember my go-to was always Ave Maria, si Maria, si I have no idea what the words are. Obviously, no one's fooled by that. Okay. People are like starting to request violin songs really quickly right now. Like, please play, take flight, play anything, play. Okay, so also actually really quick in the chat, I would love Elements mashups studio version someday. What's Elements mashup? Are you talking about the Lost Girls Elements mashup? I'm curious. I do sometimes specific mashups just for tour that are only seen on. Someone says America's Got Talent. What, you want me to go on as an opera singer? Because I ain't going back as a violinist. That'd be hilarious. I go back with incredibly new talent, but I still suck at it, so I could be like last time.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding, guys. I didn't suck last time. I just wasn't ready. You were robbed. No, I was, okay, let's be straight here. I was not robbed on America's Got Talent. I was not ready. I was not primed in my craft enough. They didn't have to be mean, But that's a really important lesson. People say all the time, like, oh, they didn't see what you were, they didn't see your worth. And, you know, but the fact is, I shouldn't have won that show. I deserved to be kicked off that night. And I really believe that. But the difference is that a lot of people have moments like that and they let it define the rest of their life. They say, I'm not good enough. Because honestly, on that night, in that moment, in that performance, I wasn't good enough. But that doesn't mean that's my definition forever. It means that it doesn't mean I'm never going to be good enough as a violinist or as a performer. It just meant, okay, I'm not good enough yet. Or I wasn't good enough that night. I wasn't good enough in that moment. I could have, you know, maybe I could have done better. And so it's always important to remind yourself that like one moment, one performance, one person's opinion can never define you. It's up to you to determine what you make of yourself for the rest of your life after that moment. And I could have either crumpled up in a ball and been like, they're right, I'm not good enough. Or I could be like, ooh, they said some things that were mean, but they were right that I didn't deserve to continue. Regardless of if they were right or not, it didn't matter. The point was, I could either listen to what they said and believe it forever, or I could decide I'm going to work harder. I'm going to make sure that that doesn't happen again. I'm going to get back on stage. And it took me a while to get to that point. It was so embarrassing that it took me a while to get up off the floor from crying because I was so sad. But anyways, thank you. I see someone saying, you rock. Thanks, Melina K. Oh my goodness. Thanks, Kai Surafai, for 10 subs. Thank you so much. Mwah, mwah, for gifting subs. I love it. Okay, we got a little bit of time left. I'm going to play, I've seen Stampede get requested so many times, and Take Flight, so I'll play those two next. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, I can't remember it. Sorry, I kind of butchered that. Can't remember how I played it. Wait, where did it go? There was a comment about a cat. Someone said their cat was mesmerized by this stream. Thank you for saying that. That made me smile. The collab was so dope. Yeah, this was a song I did with Mark Ballas, who was my Dancing with the Stars dancing partner, and his wife, BC. And so they're a husband-wife music duo called Alexander Jean. They're amazing. You should check them out. They have a really fun TikTok, too. So check out their music. I think they just released some new music, if I'm not mistaken. So check out Alexander Jean. This collab was super fun. In it, I dance while with Mark. He's like playing the guitar, and we're like dance battling with our instruments. It was so funny because, you know, here it was after we'd been on Dancing with the Stars for months. And he spent months being like, you know, training me and being like, come on, Lindsey, you got this. Like, and, you know, he was pretty hard on me. Like, we became like best friends, but also he was really hard on me. And he'd be like, Lindsey, you can do this better, you know? And sometimes I'd be like crying, like, I know. It was a very emotional journey, really hard. And so after him, like, critiquing me for months, and then he did a little, like, just a tiny bit of choreography while playing the guitar in that music video. And he was like, how do you do this? And it was just so funny. I was like, ha! Finally, I'm the one with the upper hand. After months of being bossed around by him. Anyways, it was funny. We laughed. He is the best. I love Mark and BC. There is a cute pillow behind you. It was me. Was it made by my fans? This one, probably. No, that's Ariel. Wait, sorry, the camera's backwards. This is an Ariel pillow that I found actually through Hot Topics website of all things, and I really love it. Isn't she pretty? Anyways. Okay. How did the collaboration with Lindsey Hale come about? Asks Smack969. Well, after this, I'll play Shatter Me. The collaboration with Lindsey Hale came about because, because I wrote that song. I went in and I told the producer I wanted to write the story of the ballerina stuck inside the music box. I told him the whole story about how I had been through anorexia, and I had this moment when I saw a little ballerina in a glass snow globe, and I felt like she was me. I felt like she was trapped, and I thought, I wonder if she wants to get out. I wonder if she feels like that snow globe is protecting her, if she feels like it's a cage. Because a weird thing about mental diseases or eating disorders or any of these things is they feel weirdly like a comfort blanket. Even though they're hurting you, even though they're actually a cage, sometimes they trick us into thinking that they're a protection and they're keeping us safe, that without them we wouldn't be able to survive. And so I wrote Shatter Me kind of to personify this feeling by a little ballerina and her journey of realizing that not only did she have to break free from the protection, she had to break free from this glass porcelain shell she'd actually built on herself because she thought that's who she was, but she was actually underneath. So anyways, I wrote this song with Dia Frampton and Mark Maxwell. And it was funny. They were like, who's your dream singer for it? And I was like, Amy Lee. I love Amy Lee. And, you know, at the time, I think Amy Lee had just had a baby. She was on maternity leave. And so we started looking for vocalists that were like, because we wrote it for Amy's range. And we were like, who the heck is going to sing this song? It's a very hard song to sing. It's high. Like, I can't even get close to it. Shatter Me. And anyways, and then I found Lindsey Hale, or my managers found her or something, and I was blown away. I cannot imagine anyone else singing that song. She absolutely killed it, and she's one of the coolest people. Like, she came into that studio, and I couldn't believe how professional she was. She rocked it. We wanted to change something. She was kind enough to go back into the studio and record again, which that's a lot for an artist like her to, you know, her level to do that. So she is so kind. She is so cool, and I can't imagine anyone singing Shatter Me better than Lindsey Hale. So it was pretty cool when she sang that. All right, so I'm going to play it now. This is the song of the ballerina in the music box and how she broke free. To my violin part. Sorry, I have to like go back and forth between doing Lizzie's part, my part, Lizzie's part, and I just went into my part. Hold on. question for you guys. What songs do you most want to see on the Artemis tour? Or what songs would you? I'm just curious. We have a few songs that are switching that I plan to switch, and I'm curious if I've chosen.
But we still have no idea if this summer is happening or not.
Right. I mean, next time I get to tour. Sorry, here they go. Wow. Okay, I see. Dark Side, Aurora, Shadows, Titanic. I love the Titanic. Masquerade, Take Flight. Someone says, it's happening! I mean, I can't say that officially. No, it's not happening. I will announce on Monday if it's happening or not. An announcement. Yeah, guys, join me on Monday for a live stream in the morning because I will be telling you guys updates on the tour if it's happening. I'm the worst. I hate... Okay, I'm seeing lots of Masquerade. I see Underground, Dark Side, Stars Align. Okay, Masquerade, Shadows, Please, Guardian, Love Goes On and On, Dark Side, Guardian, or Dark Side. Wow, I'm shocked how many people love Dark Side. Like I said, that was the last song to make it on the album. I almost made it a bonus track. I was like, I don't know, I kind of like it. It kind of reminded me of like my first album in a good way, so that's why I put it on. Artemis. For me, Artemis is like the winner of the album. That's the best song to me. I don't know, but it's funny because my favorites are Artemis, Masquerade, Love Goes On and Between Twilight. But that's not always everybody else's favorites. Sleepwalking, Till the Light Goes Out, Please. Interesting. Sleepwalking is the best. Guardian, Dark Side. Okay. Artemis, Masquerade, Sleepwalking. This is fun. Sorry. Whoa, there's a lot. Foreverglow. Starry night, speck of white. Would you know you're made of light if you weren't born into the dark? Did you know down below, worlds beyond would see you glow? Freebird. Long after you're gone, your shine won't last forever. Shine won't last. That's like right in my break zone. Your shine won't last forever, ever, but you'll forever glow. Okay, lots of Underground and Sleepwalking. Your shine won't last forever. OnlyFans? Really? OnlyFans is a great idea. Like in theory, it's a genius idea, but it's gotten such a bad reputation that I feel like I would lose fans if I even mentioned that I was thinking about having an OnlyFans.
Oh my gosh.
I could put pictures of like what would I put on it that I don't normally.
Can you dress up your violins in little outfits?
Yeah, dress up my violins in little sexy outfits.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. That's
Little-
actually hilarious.
Little bikini. Oh my gosh, I should start an OnlyFans for my violin.
Oh my god.
Okay, who would want to see? Okay, this is a very small audience.
This is one of those good ideas we have that's actually a terrible idea.
No, it's a great idea, especially if we let the crew take it over.
Wow.
Winning idea right there. What a beautiful voice. Oh, thank you. Why do you sing so little? Because I'm just not very confident in singing. Oh, only violins instead of OnlyFans. That's funny. Thank you. SG Drums. That's funny. What is that? Oh, OnlyFans? Ask your parents. Oh my gosh, I'm dying at these comments. That's hilarious. Okay. 100% supporting this. Okay. For the 5 people that are into the idea, let's do it. Actually, dang it, I forgot. I brought down my electric violin so I could place that for you guys, but another day because we only have a few minutes left. Next time I'll bust out different violins. They sound kind of weird anyway when they're not plugged in, because I don't. But it's kind of cool. But yeah, we could have a OnlyFans for like all my violin ladies. I'll call it the violinsies. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So thanks for being here, guys. I'm going to do a couple more songs, probably about 15 more minutes. Which song do you consider the easiest to play? Annie0101 is asking. I don't know. What is the easiest song to play? I'm really thinking about this. Electric Daisy isn't that hard. I'd say that one, or Sleepwalking isn't that hard. It's just hard to play nicely because it's very slow. Sleepwalking is an underdog song. That's funny. The only part that's hard of Sleepwalking is the bridge, which is a little tricky, but it would be good practice for anybody. But the chorus is not that hard. It's just, and it would be good for practicing shifting. I saw you saying that you were thinking about learning Guardian. That one's not too hard either. Especially if you use open strings. Makes it a little bit easier. Many umbrellas set on fire. This is Hal CU did. Yep. All right. I promised earlier that I would play Take Flight, I believe. So let me go for that. Don't break my promises. I wish I could play an instrument. Seems like such a good therapy, but I also have no talent for any instrument. My high school teacher took pity on me and passed me with a C just so I did not come back to his class. Oh, that was like me when I took Russian. No joke. You know, you might not have just had the right instrument for yourself. Also, there's ways to be a part of music where you don't have to play. Like, have you thought about producing music, you know? That way, like literally a lot of producers, they can't play anything. They just learn the technology. So if you're into technology, a great way to make music is to be able to produce. And it's never too late to learn. I know we all say it is, but like I learned to hair hang when I was 34, you know. For most people, that's too late to learn something like that. I learned to dance when I was like in my mid-20s. Like really, I'd never danced before. It's never too late. So if you want to do something, no excuses. Like I was just reading this great book. I think I might do it for book club. I saw someone asking about book club earlier. I've been looking for the right book, and I think the one I might read is Letting Go. It's really good. Don't go buying it yet because I'm not sure. I want to finish it first before I. What about a metal cover? I wouldn't say it was metal, but I just had a song, or I have a song out right now with Escape the Fate. That's pretty cool. It's Invincible, and I think it's on the charts at radio right now. On alt stations, on the rock stations. So that's pretty cool. Letting Go by who? Ooh, what's the name of the Gladwell? David Gladwell, I think. Anyways, it's really great. Just Letting Go. It has a lot of good reviews on audio books. Okay. But anyways, what I was going to say is he talks about, wow, why did I bring that up? I had a point. Someone asked me a question and I went off on a tangent and I had a point and I lost my point. Oh, we were talking about talents. That's it. He said that the word I can't is always a replacement for I won't. And when you keep saying like, I can't play like an instrument, it's I won't play an instrument. Like we all can do anything we want pretty much, you know, with the very few exceptions of a few things. Most of us can do it. You know, we may not be amazing at it. We may decide that it's not worth it. We may decide we don't want to. And there's no shame in that. But when you replace I can't with I won't, it makes you think about it and say, is it that I just don't want to? Or is it that I'm afraid to? And it allows you to more properly evaluate what you want to do. Because if the answer is I won't do that, that's okay. It just makes you wonder why. And then you have to think to yourself, am I okay with the reason why I'm not doing that? Sometimes you are, sometimes you aren't. So anyways, thoughts. Okay, take flight. Finally, here she goes. I play recorder badly, but I love playing. Well, you keep playing that darn recorder. Saying like, oh my gosh, you're on Twitch. Yes, I am. I'm happy you are too. Welcome and thanks for joining. I see a lot of people saying they're following now. So thanks for everyone who's subscribed, who's following, and just who's here. Let's see, what else did I see? I saw a lot of people asking about Felba all of a sudden. Yeah, just random. Felba, you know, she took COVID pretty hard. It's bad press to say that anyone got COVID, you know, so we're not going to divulge anything like that about Felba because that would be pure speculation, pure rumor. Yeah, but she's took COVID pretty hard. You know, she couldn't go out and promote the way she normally does. She couldn't like hand things to people and touch people and, you know, avoid social boundaries, which she always does. So yeah, she wasn't able to promote the way she normally does, but don't worry, she will come back. I mean, unfortunately, she will come back for me. But yeah, so don't worry. Okay. Felba should live stream. Oh my gosh. What would Felba do for? Maybe Felba will come on Twitch sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be funny if Felba did like a answering questions, like Lindsay's #1 fan answering questions?
I'm getting ideas.
I'm getting ideas too. I think Lindsay, we're thinking the same thing.
Yeah, you are too.
Okay, cool. By the way, everybody, on Monday I'll have an update about touring. I can't tell you what it is yet, but we'll have some answers, some updates. I'm very excited about it. So please come on Monday. I will be doing a morning violin stream. It will either start around 9 or 10, depending on when I get the go ahead. But yeah, come join me on Twitch Monday for a violin stream again. And then next Friday, we're going to be doing a really long stream. So stay tuned. It's going to be fun. Lots of streaming coming up. And if you subscribe, then you get to skip ads. You get to have the cool little Lindsay emojis that everybody's using. You also get to be a part of the subs only Discord, where I go there every week and answer all the questions. Anybody can be a part of the regular Discord. Just type in !Discord and you can join our Discord community, which I love, and it makes me really happy because it's a really just supportive place, I've noticed, and I love our fan community. I hope to come back to Mexico soon, Laro88. I miss Mexico. I love Mexico. And then also just want to say that any of the money raised from this stream and my Twitch, it all goes to charity. I have a charity called the Upside Fund, and I promise you that there is no overhead that we pay for. We don't pay for fancy dinners, and, you know, like a lot of times in charities, money gets wasted. I promise you, this literally all goes towards the Upside Fund because anything extra that we need to cover the expenses, I just pay for. So I promise you, like, there's no overhead in the Upside Fund. It's all just coming from you guys and me. So anyways, it's going to a good place. It's helping people who just are going through usually medical situations and they can't pay their bills. Okay, so I'm just going to play one more song. What should my last song be? I'm taking that from the chat. Let's see here. Ooh. Whoa, 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 whoa. I see a lot of shadows. I'm gonna play Shadows. Okay, I'm like, had to think about how it starts. It's been a while since I played Shadows. Since the Evanescence tour. so good almost the whole stream of staying bent. I think I've been talking about this. I've been trying to readjust my hand position to keep my pinky bent, and then towards the end of the stream it got straight. And I'm like, no, I'm still trying to like, she's just tired. She's tired. I'm working on that, my muscles, my pinky muscle. All right, well, thanks for being here. What does everybody talk about? Technical difficulty in Underground in Guadalajara. Why do I not remember that? Remember the technical difficulty. Loved that. It's so funny that people, like, as an artist, you can't even imagine when you're on stage in front of, like, I think Guadalajara was like 8,000, 10,000 people. And when you, suddenly, like, the lights go off or the music stops, it is such a, like, like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Like, it's a terrifying moment. We try to act like we're completely relaxed, like everything's fine. We try to joke about it, you know, and usually I can put myself in a good place, but it is like, it's funny, but it's also like a little terrifying. Especially the worst is if the mics go out too, because then you can't even talk to your audience. You're just literally like a sitting duck on stage, and you're like, I'm just gonna go get a snack and come back like when their sound is back. But it's funny though, because even though like I start to panic, I always remind myself, usually fans love this. Usually they love the moment when I get stuck on a lift, or when my pack falls off and it's rolling around the stage and I'm chasing it. You know, like people, I don't know if you guys just like to laugh at me, but anyways, the technical difficulties become a special moment for the crowd who gets to experience with it. Yeah, because it's like, well, I think it's also special because it reminds you that these are just people. That they're just people up there performing, and they make mistakes, and this was a special moment that only your show got to see, you know. And anyways, so yeah, like I think I've only actually fallen on stage in a show once, and I've dropped my violin bow I think twice, and I've dropped my violin once.
You hit Addie that one time.
Addie hit me. That was the time I dropped my violin. I like got too close to Addie, and she like threw her arms out for the dance move, and she just whacked my violin right out of my hand. I was like, for a moment, I'm like, no. Luckily, it was not this one. It was Cleopatra. It was an electric violin. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, but those are one of the funniest ones ever that we laughed about so hard was, I don't know if you've heard the story, Lindsay, but we had this moment. It was in Master of Tides, and it was when I had two male dancers, Steve-O and Pete. And there was a moment in the song where Steve-O would pick me up and literally pop me on his shoulder, and like Pete would be rowing as if like, and Steve-O's like carrying me on his shoulder and looking around, and I'm playing. You know, it's like we're on a journey, you know. And so he'd pop me up there, and Pete would be in character rowing the boat, and they would get so in character on that they didn't realize that when he popped me up, I dropped my bow. And so I'm up on his shoulder, and I can't play. I'm just like looking at the ground, and I couldn't do anything about it. So I tapped Pete on the head. I was like, get my bow. And then Steve-O, who I'm on his shoulder, he saw it first, and he thought, like, for some reason he thought, I'll get the bow.
Oh no.
But I'm like on his shoulder, and so we all just kind of went down together. I'm like, no. It was so funny. Anyways, one of the, because like that was one, there are a lot of moments where you're like, this is immediately funny.
Yeah.
And that was one of those, like, I can laugh about this in the moment. Another immediately funny but embarrassing moment was when the violin hit me in the head.
I love that one.
Like, I was immediately both laughing, but I was also like very embarrassed. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed, but I knew it was funny. So I couldn't.
We have a great video of that somewhere. I'm still trying to find it.
Oh yeah, if you can find that video. That would be great for TikTok.
Good.
Find that video. I'm always trying to think of good content for TikTok. Okay, well, I've been talking a lot. I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Join us on Monday. About the same time, it'll be 9 or 10 for a live stream. I will have an exciting announcement, some tour update, because I know you guys have been dying for that. So thanks for being here. Any last comments? Yay, TikTok. Thank you. I've been working really hard on that. Lindsey Stirling attacked violin. Oh, this is great. Lindsey Stirling attacked by violin. Yeah, that's kind of on brand. That was from Mug something. That's, yeah. Oh, I should also read off my, like, who subscribed and stuff like that. Where is, I need to find that screen. What could that be? Nope. Sorry, I'm gonna let Lindsay take over and drive for a second. Yeah, I want to call out our subscribers and all the people that have been doing fun things today. Yes. Poland sends greetings. Thank you, Poland. Oh, is that all we have?
Oh, that's not right.
Well, I know there's more, but that might be
Yeah.
all. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I would read off all of you, but it only has the last
Oh, that's not right
few
at all.
minutes of stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes it updates and it like will delete. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna say the last few that Ms. Zubs cheered 100 biddies. Thank you so much. Olivia McAllister subscribed for 3 months. Thank you, Olivia. Star Buccaneers subscribed for 3 months. Woo woo. Anzurk subscribed for 1 month. Mandatory Chubby subscribed for 1 month. Fricks Ox subscribed for 1 month. UFC Bioman gifted a tier of subs. Thank you so much for gifting. Thanks for subscribing. Rogue 507 subscribed for 1 month. Thank you so much. And guys, I'm really sorry. I know that there was a lot of you guys that subbed and gifted, and and I saw you as I was playing. I just couldn't call you out. Mortal Paralite just gave out 1 community sub. Thank you so much. So anyways, love you guys. I appreciate you. I see you. I'm sorry if I didn't call you out, but I hope you guys all have a great day. Thanks. I see love from Chile. Love you so much. And I'll see you on Monday. Hello to Ukraine. Okay, bye.